Steve here with 5 Oceans. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have with us our anodes. Before we go into some of the specifications and some of the details of the anodes that we carry, we want to keep encouraging you to hit the subscribe button as well as that like. That way we continue to spread the news, and you can always be up to date with some of the specifications and some of the details of all the products that we carry here in 5 Oceans. Now, some back history on the anodes. They have 3 different types of material. They have zinc, magnesium, and aluminum. They're typically used for the metal on your boat. What they do is they protect the galvanized corrosion that goes in. So they're a product that continues to be used because they protect the metal and the galvanized corrosion, which is kind of like an electric current that goes through and starts eating away on your anodes. So that's what they're typically used for, and you can use them either on trim tabs, on rudders, the propellers, and different functions within the boat. That way you can protect those metals. Now we're going to go into some of the specifications of each of the different sizes that we have in detail, and we're going to jump right into it. But before we do that, we want to let you know there's going to be a white screen that's going to come down, and it's going to showcase each of the products that we're going to talk about with all the part numbers. That way you can correlate the information and see all the specifications of them, as well as down below with direct links to each of them. That way, if you're interested in one of them, you can simply just click and it'll take you right to that product. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so we're jumping right in. So we have 4 different sizes on both our aluminum set and our zinc set. Now within the aluminum, you have a 50 millimeter, a 70 millimeter, a 90 millimeter, and a 110. Now each of these is going to have a part number. So the 50 millimeter is going to have a part number right here with some details about this particular aluminum anode that we carry. This is can be used either for salt water or fresh water, or barkish water. Same thing for the 70, part number with some specifications, and as well as it can also be used for either salt or barkish water. And then we have our 90 millimeter, and you're going to have the part number right here with some details and some information, and as well as our 110 millimeter. That way you can have some information here with the part number and all the details of this particular product, this particular anode, this aluminum anode. Remember that they can be used either for rudders or for trim tabs. Now we have the same information for our zinc. This is a 50 millimeter with some details right here. This is for saltwater use only. It's going to be right here, the details of the 50 millimeter. This is a 70 millimeter zinc anode. It's going to have the information right here listed on the side. This is our 90 millimeter. It's going to have our details right here of this 90 millimeter zinc anode with the part number. That way you can correlate it at the end with all the details and specification with the white screen, as well as down below with information. And then last but not least, we have our 110 zinc anode with the part number and some specifications of this particular product right here. As you can see, we went over all the specifications of the anodes that we carry, but if you have any comments or any questions, you can either leave them below, or you can simply send it to us directly with the link provided. But most of all, we want to encourage you to keep enjoying your passion